The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Right, so here we are. Hogan's back. After a short hiatus of like 2 or 3 years, was it? Something like that. He's back on the game. Which is nice. He's one of the... Well, he is probably the biggest legend in wrestling, isn't he, really, when you look at it. Wrestling was a very, very small thing, I suppose, until it became mainstream with people like Hulk Hogan as people at the forefront. So he's always going to be renowned as one of the legends. I'm not saying he's, by any stretch of the imagination, one of the best wrestlers that ever lived. Possibly quite the opposite, to be honest. He hasn't really got... He's an old-fashioned Cena, isn't he? With his 5 moves of doom and that sort of stuff. But it's nice to see him on the game. It's one less core we have to use if we do any universe modes involving him or any tournaments. Hogan now bringing the Rock across. Going to drop him face first across that top rope. Big knee in the face one. A boot in the gut. Hogan now dragging the Rock into the middle of the ring. And Hogan laying the smackdown on the Rock, but the Rock catches him. Big knee in the gut and an elbow drop to the back. Vintage Rocky. Rock now looking for some sort of gut wrench by the looks of it. Hogan comes steaming across looking for a clothesline, but Rock ducks it and catches Hogan with the Bulldog instead. And Rock now just twisting the head of Hulk Hogan. Slamming him back of the head first into the mat. And now Rock heading up top. Not somewhere he's renowned for, is it really? But the big elbow drop lands perfectly straight into a pin. One. Only a 1 count. Rock now bringing Hogan back up. And Hogan fighting him back, taking him down. Now bringing Rock back up to his feet once again. And there's a big stiff clothesline wiping the Rock out. Now Hogan twisting away at the neck. I'll tell you, it'd be an interesting match to do as well at some point. Would be Hogan versus Cena. Or even the triple threat of Hogan versus Rock versus Cena. Let's get the 3 generations all against each other. Hogan now just choking away at the grounded Rock. Dropping some boots right in the chest of Rocky before now bringing him back up to his feet. Went for that big right hand once again, but Rock ducks it, and once again, in with the Bulldog. Going back with the same thing he tried earlier on, it was effective. Hogan dropping the arm right in the back of the arm of the Rock. But Rock is back in control with that right hand, then went for a running clothesline. Hogan was able just to sidestep and a dodge it. Hogan now sending Rock off the ropes. There's the big boot, vintage Hulk Hogan. Into the pin. That's his signature, isn't it? 2. Ah, not even a 2, actually. I thought Hogan might actually go for the leg drop straight after that, but he's going to go for the big scoop slam. Then into the atomic leg drop. There we go. So the scoop slam's part of his finisher now, then, is it? Scoop slam into the leg drop. There's the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Rocky had the ability and the resilience and enough left in the tank to kick out of the atomic leg drop from Hulk Hogan. Hogan brings Rock now back up to his feet into a backbreaker. Rock then looking for that DDT. But Hogan able to fight free with the right hands in the gut. Then a big clothesline taking the Rock down hard. Brings him back up to a seated base before twisting the head. Looks painful for the Rock. Hogan now brings Rock back up to his feet once again. Again off the far side. And again with another big boot. And again into the pin. Is that going to be enough? Wow. I appreciate that the big boot is Hogan's signature maneuver. But I don't appreciate the fact that he can get a 3 count from it. I mean, if he'd hit the big boot and then gone for the scoop slam, then into the leg drop and got the win, I'd be more than happy. But I don't know, it just feels a bit cheap when he wins with just a big boot. I'm always been against, in all of wrestling, I've been against anybody getting a victory from something that's a standard move. So like when Big Show used to have his WMD punch, or when JBL had his clothesline. For me, that's a standard move. And it's the same with Hogan. I don't think you should get a pin for a big boot. A lot of people use a big boot, but yeah, it would have been better for me if it got the leg drop. But it's good. He looks decent. He doesn't look very real, which is actually very realistic. It doesn't look very real in real life either. But yeah, it's nice to have him back on the game, and I'm sure we can do some more stuff with him. Yeah, of course, if you have any suggestions for random matches, please do drop them down in the comment section down below. And of course, if yours gets picked out, you will get a shout out in the process. It's all done by random, of course. If you have enjoyed this video, please do hit a like and of course subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for another WWE 2K20 random match. Bye.
The one, two,